Grandma Rose, you gonna make something good for us today?
I am, y'all. You know how an apple a day keeps the doctor away?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got 3 apples, so he ain't coming for 3 days. Hopefully he won't come at all.
Yeah, they're right.
Oh, that's what they used to say when doctors made house calls, I think. Good morning, I'm Rose from Grandma Rose's Open Pantry. You don't turn the light on, baby. And Grandpa Roy is behind the camera. And today, Kale was here over the weekend, and he loves to cook. He loves to be in the kitchen with me. So he pulled up this recipe for baked apples. And I said, Kale, I have not had one. My mama used to make them. And I said, I have not had a baked apple in so long. And so he and I got in here, and we did 2 apples. And he did most of it. I helped him take the core out, but he did pretty much everything else. So I said, well, that'll be great for my channel. It's coming up on Thanksgiving, and I don't know if this is a Southern thing or if, you know, people, other places make it, but Mama used to make them all the time, and she'd do it in the oven. And so that's what we're gonna do. I've got my oven set on 375. Now I'm gonna show you 2 ways. When ours got done, I said, Kale, let's try something. So we cut them in half, and I put a topping on them. We put them in the air fryer, but I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do that. Now it's very simple. We're just gonna kind of, this is a little tedious because you'll break your apple if you don't watch out, so have 2 or 3 extra ones. But we're gonna do it with an apple core, a knife, and hopefully a little melon ball scooper. All right, so we're doing 3 apples. I've got my autumn spice blend here. I'll have that recipe in the description box. Of course, I've got a video on making my autumn spice blend, but I'll put it in the description box. Now this is brown, my Splenda Magic Baker, Baker Magic or whatever. I'll have a link for that. And you can use brown sugar. You can make this with sugar instead of the alternative like I'm doing. And I've got a 1/4 cup of oats here. I've got 3 tablespoons of sugar. So this is going to be our filling that goes in our apples. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this up. I've got a little bit left that Kale and I did the other day, so I may use some of it. And we're also doing pecans. And I'll tell you about my pecans in a minute. So don't put all your butter at one time. It calls for 3 tablespoons of butter, but don't put it all at one time because you don't want it to be too wet. You just want it to be kind of like a topping would be if you were putting it on like a sweet potato souffle or something. See, I didn't need it. That's probably a tablespoon of butter. That was 2 tablespoons of butter that I put in there. So that was a 1/4 cup of your sweetener or brown sugar, 1/4 cup of your oats, and 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Now it didn't call for pecans, but I'm putting pecans. We did not put pecans in one of them. We only did 2 Saturday. We didn't put pecans in all of them because Kale doesn't. He likes to eat pecans out of the yard, but he doesn't like pecans cooked in food. And that was about 2 tablespoons of pecans. Now, the pecans that I'm using are from my, the pecan pantry, and this is a company out of Texas. So
Louisiana.
Louisiana. I don't know. I keep thinking Texas.
Well, they're right next to each
Mansfield,
other.
Louisiana. Yeah. And I had already used this whole bag. So let me show you what I did. I keep this box in the freezer. And so all I did, I keep this bag because this is a really thick bag. So these come in a big bag in this box. And these are pieces. So I just tie them up put them in the freezer in this box, and then when this bag gets empty, I just fill this bag up and put it in my refrigerator, and I keep it in my refrigerator. So if y'all need pecans for the holidays, the pecan pantry, I'll have the link, and you can use my code, which is Rose5, no space between the Rose and the 5, and you'll get a 5% discount. And that's a good deal, because let me tell you, they are wonderful pecans. Just like going out in your yard and picking them up and cracking them. Okay, this is my filling. We're gonna use the water. Oh, I forgot I'm gonna put a half a teaspoon of my autumn spice blend. I forgot to put that in there. Okay, mix that up good. Now you can put raisins if you want to, or dried cranberries. We didn't. Roy is not fond of like cooked raisins, so he likes them in carrot salad, apple salad, things like that. But and he likes them in cinnamon raisin bread. But as far as in something like this, he doesn't prefer it, so I'm not putting raisins. All right, now I've washed my apples real good. Now this is going to take a little patience. Do not go all the way through your apple, because you want your filling to stay in your apple, and if you go all the way through, it may come out. So all right, so you pretty much just kind of guesstimate, and then I'm going to take this little melon baller, and I'm going to go in there, and I'm going to try to get that core out without breaking my apple.
This is surgery.
Pretty much.
Apple surgery.
The recipe says be very patient, because it can be a little tricky. But let me tell you, it's well worth it. And it's such a pretty dish on your table. But you do want to go about 3/4 of a way down in there and get that core.
And you can do this without the core.
Oh yeah, you can do it without the core. You don't have to have it.
Just cut into it with a knife and then work it like she's doing.
As a matter of fact, they didn't say use this. This was just something I thought, after doing it Saturday, this is just something I thought would be really good. So you do want to get your seeds out. There's a little bit more core in there. Okay. That's pretty good. Kayla and I made a mistake. We kind of went all the way through it, but it was all right. All right, now, can you see that, baby? All right.
Okay.
Now I'm going to take my knife and kind of go around the top of it a little bit like this, so it'll be easier to get my filling down in there. All right. Now, now do not do this ahead of time, because your apples turn dark. Like, don't do, if you do it, you can do it an hour or so, but keep your apples in some like lemon water or vinegar water to keep them from turning dark. And, but don't do them the day before or anything like that. It just doesn't work. All right, I'm gonna take the other end and I'm gonna stuff it down in my apple like this. Ooh, it's working better today than it did Saturday, but it's the first time we had done it. So, and press your filling down in there good, because you want it full. You want your apple full, okay? All right, and always do it from the top. Don't start at the bottom, start at the top. All right?
Well, I'm glad you explained that to me.
Why?
Because I might have started at the bottom.
We're going to try one more, and then I'll do the third one off camera. But now remember, do not go all the way through. And if you use your Cora, it won't bring the whole core out unless you go all the way through. So if you've got one of these little melon ballers, take the little end like this and just get that core out. It comes out pretty easily once you've used your core on it. I mean, yeah, now that's you can get them at Walmart, you can get them at the dollar store. This is a really nice one. It comes from Pampered Chef, and I love it. But this is the perfect thing for getting the core out of these apples, let me tell you. And you can get these at Walmart or Dollar Tree or Dollar General for little or nothing. So, but it's always nice to have one of these little cores. All right. See there?
Yep.
Okay. Now I'm going to take and cut with a little paring knife. I'm just going to cut around like this, like that, just to get that. And you do want to leave your peeling on. Do not peel it. All right. Take your other end. Put your filling in it. All right. This is our apples. I'm fixing to do the third one. And then when I get it done, we'll be back. And it kind of makes a mess, but that's all right. It's worth it. Let me tell you. It is well worth it. All right, I'm going to do this third apple. Now, you can just do 2 apples, and I've got just a smaller dish that I did ours in. You can do 6 apples, 8 apples, ever how many apples you want to do. That's what's so good about this dish is that you can make as much or as little as you want. So, all right, I'm going to finish this apple, and then we'll be back.
Okay.
All right, turn the light on. All right, put 3/4 cup of water in the bottom of your dish, like this. Now what I do is I put the rest of this on top, like this. Now that was perfect. Now, you do not cover this. You put it in a 375 degree oven for 40 to 45 minutes. Now, it's according to the size of your apple. It's according to the ripeness of your apple. Some apples, now these are Pink Ladies. I love to cook. Pink Lady, Fuji, Gala, Granny Smith, they all cook about the same. But I love the Pink Lady because it's a little sweet, a little tart, and it works perfectly in these. If you want yours real mushy, cook them 45 to 50 minutes. We like ours with still a little firmness, not firm, but a little texture to them. We don't want when we cut into them for them to be mushy. So I think 40 minutes is what I cooked them Saturday. So I'm going to start with 40. No, I'm going to check them at 35 minutes. And I'll just give them a little squeeze like that. And if they're the doneness I want them, then I'll take them out. If not, about every 5 minutes, I'll check them. So, and I keep closing my oven because I don't want all my heat to escape. Choose about the same size apples. You don't want a big apple, a small apple, because they cook at different times. So, choose about the same size apple. All right. These are going in my oven. I'm going to check them after 35 minutes. I'm going to set my timer. I'm going to check them after 30 minutes because sometimes they will cook quicker than they will other times. So we'll see y'all back in just a little bit.
Grandma, that's looking good.
Okay, y'all. This is our baked apples. Now I want you to look at them. See, when you press them a little bit,
they give.
They're soft. Now, if you want yours really mushy, now let me tell you what I did. I took, because we're cooking them on 375, and when I use that brown Splenda or any kind of brown sugar alternative, it burns or gets brown quicker than brown sugar would. So I just made a little tint the last 15 minutes and put it over it like that. And just like I would if I was doing a pie or something and it was getting too brown. I just made a tent and I put over it. And you can serve them exactly like this. You can serve them with vanilla ice cream. You can serve them with whipped cream, with whipped topping, just ever how you want to do it. But I'm going to show you what I did Saturday for us, because I can't eat a whole one. And a lot of people can't eat a whole one. So I'm going to take this one, the one in the center. Look at there. You see that butter?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm going to take it. Now, they're still really hot, but I'm going to show you what the inside looks like, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. Oh, my goodness. Look at that.
Now, look at that. Girl, that's
Look,
pretty.
Isn't that pretty?
Oh, yeah. I like that
All
on
right.
the table like that.
Now, you can slide them back in your oven. And I told y'all, Kale and I had a little bit of topping left over. Well, I'm putting a little bit of topping on this. Now, I'm going to do mine in my air fryer because it's quick. 4 minutes. But if you want to do it in the oven, if you want to fix it like this, this really dresses it up to me. Slide it back in your oven for like, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes, just till your topping gets kind of brown. All right, I think I'm going to do, that one's really pretty. I'm going to do this one because my thing will hold too. Oh, wow. Y'all look at that. See why you don't want to go all the way to the bottom? Your stuff would flow out the bottom. I could have gone a little bit deeper, but I'd rather be air on the side of not quite deep enough.
Horseshoe apples. That's what that is.
All right, I'm going to put a little bit of nice topping on it. Now, to me, this just really elevates it just a little bit. Just makes it really pretty. All right, but I'm going to cover the whole top of the apple with that. Now, I'm going to leave that one whole. Now, if you're not using the sugar alternative, what Kale did with his, you see this caramel ice cream caramel topping here. He just took, and I'm just going to drizzle just a little bit because it's got sugar in it. Yeah, it's got a lot of sugar in it.
Oh.
So he just took and he just drizzled some of this caramel.
Yeah, that's for people who don't mind eating a high test.
Right. If you're using brown sugar, you can do this. I'm not going to put any over this, but I'm just showing you what you can do. You can drizzle caramel over it. Now, this is one of my little inserts that go in my air fryer. So I'm just going to put it in my air fryer like this.
I love the inserts.
I love them too.
They're easy to wash. They're easier to wash than cleaning up the whole thing.
Oh, yeah. All right, I'm going to put it on 400, and I'm going to do it I did it 4 minutes Saturday. So we're going to do it 4 minutes, see how that works. I want to cut this one open for you. This is just beautiful. Y'all look at that. Light on. Ready?
Go.
All right, y'all, look at this. Y'all, does that look good? Man. Woo. 4 minutes in the air fryer. Now, I'm fixing to taste of this one. I'm going to taste of a small one, of a little one for you.
Now, I like to eat this with my meats and vegetables,
Oh, yeah.
not just as a dessert.
Yeah.
Like a pear salad.
Yes.
I like to eat it like this.
Mm.
Oh, my.
Perfect. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Perfect texture, perfect doneness. Now, it's not mushy. Not mushy at all. Wow.
Don't want it mushy.
Oh, no. Y'all, use the pink lady.
Thanksgiving treat, let me tell you, with that turkey and
Lands. This is delicious, y'all.
could replace your sweet potato souffle at
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Very easily. Oh my goodness. Y'all, it's as good as it was Saturday. Wow.
That looks wonderful. All right, Grandmama. You're not the only one in here that wants to eat something.
Y'all. Make you some baked apples.
I want a taste of it.
I'm fixing to let you. And if you want to use sugar, use sugar. Make it exactly the same way. Okay, let me. All right, your turn, baby. Now look at that.
Ooh-wee.
Let me let them look at the texture. Look at there. So good.
Can y'all taste that?
Now, if you use bigger apples, but these are pretty big apples, put your tent over it and cook it until it gets as soft as you want it.
If y'all can't taste that, get closer.
That's perfect.
Now see, I like this with my fruits and vegetables and meat.
Oh, yeah.
Not fruits, but
With your veggies and meat. Be delicious
my
with that turkey
goodness.
and dressing and
oh,
broccoli souffle, broccoli salad. All your Thanksgiving sides.
I love that. The fact that it still have structure that I can
Yeah,
chew.
it's not mushy. Okay, y'all. Food feeds the family, family feeds the heart, God feeds the soul. Make you some baked apples. See y'all next time.